What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. When you do, please hit the notification bell. And also, remember, guys, there is a super thanks feature on all of my videos if you want to contribute to the channel to help it grow. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you who have been doing that. And of course, I just appreciate you being here. Now, let's get into this topic real quick because I gotta run. And you know, the funny thing about it is I was going to do a story or a video on the fight that went on in Disney World. You guys can find that anywhere. I'm sure American Renaissance, Chimp Mania, I'm sure they're gonna cover that. So anyway, I saw this other thing that I think deserves my commentary even more. So I want to get into this, guys, and this is on the NewYorkPost.com, and it says, Disney fans are outraged after fairy godmother is ditched for gender-neutral titles. You know something? The funny thing is, you never know. The fight coverage might be like pushed out there to kind of deflect from something like this, right? Which is a little bit more impactful for people who just feel like things are going too far with things, you know, at Disney World, as far as like catering to a certain mindset or agenda, right? So you never know. You never know. Or it could be that people just got fed up being isolated and, you know, like shut in for so long, you know, as far as the pandemic is concerned. So they come out and don't know how to act. After all, I said they call it social distancing for a reason. But I digress. Getting back to this, Disney fans outraged after fairy godmother ditched for gender neutral titles. And it goes on to say, Disney said it is ditching fairy godmothers for more inclusive, gender-neutral titles at dress-up boutiques inside its theme parks, and some fans are less than enchanted with the news. Specifically, the Mouse House is getting rid of the fairy godmother title at its bippity-boppity boutiques located in both Disney World and Disneyland, according to an update on Disneyland Resort and Disneyland Resort's websites. Now, the salons, which give makeovers to kids ages 3 to 12, transform them into princesses or knights. And it will reopen from pandemic-era closures on August 25th, the company said. When they return, employees who were formerly called fairy godmothers in training will now be called fairy godmothers apprentices. Yes, the apprentices. I'm sure there'll be no like Trump characters walking around saying, "You're fired," but they're still apprentices. This way, cast members that might not identify as female can still be part of the process to dress up and style the children without having to refer to themselves as a female Disney character. Don't want to do that. Don't want to be identified as a female Disney character. It's no wonder so many of these clowns are walking around like, what is a woman? I don't know what a woman is. You know what? Anybody can be a woman. Even though I have a shalong, I feel like a woman. Damn. Come on, girls. All right. So, yes, they can still be of the part of the process to dress up and style the children without having to refer to themselves as a female Disney character, according to Disney blog Streaming the Magic. Now, the news set off some Disney fans who felt that the Mouse House is going overboard, leaning into woke culture. This is a mental illness. The magic is gone, wrote one Twitter user. Get woke, go broke, tweeted another. It's not looking good. I hate this world, another Twitter user wrote of the news, while another tweeted, birthing people apprentices, an apparent rip off the term fairy godmother's apprentice, comparing it to the ridiculed gender-neutral term birthing people. Was this the outcome that you guys wanted, Disney? Was this the magic that you wanted to spread, the good feeling and the goodwill that you wanted to put out into the world, having people upset, having people disillusioned? You know, once again, the children, I feel like so bad for them. Previous generations never had a problem with this. You know what I mean? It was just part of like the magic of Disney. Like when I was a kid, I was allowed to fall asleep after losing a tooth and feel that my fairy godmother was coming. Yes, I pictured that blonde white woman dressed in white and wings coming into my room and taking my tooth and leaving money under it, and I didn't give a damn. I was happy about it. Yes, come on to me, white woman. Come into my room and take my tooth and give me money. Give me money, white woman. Give me money. Never had a problem with it at all because it was part of the belief. It was part of the magic, the enchantment of it all. But you take things like that away from kids, and it's like I keep saying, we have to be like the lamest generation ever because you've had so many generations before this who understood exactly what it was and never had a problem with it. You know what I mean? And yet and still we were moving in a positive direction as a society. But it seems like the more we do things like this, the more intolerant we become of one another, the more resentful we become of one another. And I have to believe that this is by design. So the next thing you know, it'll be drags. It'll be drag queens because that's what they really want. Excuse me. You guys have to start identifying this as the war on femininity, the war on womanhood that it truly is. Recently, Disney has made a push to appear more inclusive and politically correct, angering some Disney diehards. Last summer, Disney scrubbed the use of ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, which was iconic, from its theme parks and changed its one strict dress code policy. Theme park employees can now show up to work with visible tattoos and whatever gender costume they wish, even gang colors, like I said before. So you wonder why they're gang banging in Disney World. Soon there'll be drive-bys on the Tran. Excuse me, guys, it's early in the morning. You're just walking down the block with your family down any Disney street, and here comes the Tran. Brace yourself, fool! Yeah, AK-47 is the tool. All right, anyway. This past weekend, the company quietly omitted a time-honored speech from its co-founder Walt Disney at Disneyland's 67th anniversary bash, leaving some to guess it was because of his alleged racist and anti-Semitic views. Elsewhere, Disney has removed a shrunken head dealer character from Trader Sam from Jungle Cruise and gotten rid of the take a wench for a bride scene from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Come on, man. What's wrong with taking a wench for a bride? Everyone should have a good wench if they want, especially in the bed. She can be a lady in the streets, but we want a wench in the bed. She can be both. The scene depicted crying women tied together with ropes. Okay, so they spent the weekend at Hunter Biden's place. All right, what? This move comes as Disney finds itself ensnared in a culture war in Florida over the state's Don't Say Gay law, which is nothing of the sort. Earlier this year, Disney CEO Bob Chapek declined to speak out against the Florida law, which bans the discussion of gender identity. No, it leaves it to the parents. Okay, so listen, before we get into the bullshit, this is what we're talking about, guys, and this is a big issue. You see where it's going. Disney World and Disneyland, Disney, everything about it is supposed to be about escapist fun. Somewhere where you can take your kids to forget about the outside world, to have a hoot, to make lifetime memories. But these people are determined to sabotage that. And to me, this is an example of that. I agree with the parents who have a problem with this. You can't say fairy godmother anymore. Come on, like slowly but surely, these people are draining the fun out of the world. And they're doing it on purpose, guys. They're doing it on purpose. I know there are plenty of gay people out there and trans people who come into my comment section who say that they've had enough of this as well. So really, who's asking for this? Just like black people, when you take away things like Song of the South and things like that that have been around forever, that people have enjoyed, and it's just a staple in our culture and our tradition. Okay, it's not supposed to reflect real life. It's supposed to reflect something different. And if it does spark up contemplation or discussion, well, so much the better. But disposing of these things, eliminating them, to me just reeks of thought control. And just control, period. But anyway, guys, get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this particular topic. Do you think that it's a good thing that they're taking away a direct reference to fairy godmothers and they're doing away with ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of these things? Where do you think we're going with this? Where do you think it's all heading? Get in the comment section and let me know. And as always, guys, you can like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on, ladies and gentlemen.